Hey there, it's Fierce Flower. It's been, I don't know, 3 months since I was last here, and, I was just like, I tried making a video a few days ago about coming back, and, and it was about, like, paper airplanes, and, like, I'm learning a few new hobbies because we're all in quarantine because of this thing. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called the coronavirus. And most people, they would get like demonetized or like copyright, not copyright, like demonetized for mentioning coronavirus. The Game Theorists did a whole like joke about that in one of their videos. And a lot of people are apparently dying. And I like decided, hey, I'm gonna make a video about learning new hobbies, because people are doing that because they are stuck inside and have quarantining. So that's happening. So I tried doing an airplane video where I learned to make different airplanes. I have a few of them here. This one, I learned how to make this airplane. I learned how to make this airplane. And those were the two airplanes I learned how to make. It took a long time to make them. But, I found out that the recorder that I was using didn't work with my editor. So I had to scrap the entire project, and here we are. So, yeah, you see. So I thought, I'm always working hard on a bunch of videos, and that's why I don't make them very often because I'm lazy, and you have to work hard. And when I do make videos, they've been just going down in quality because I'm lazy. I really don't want to work hard. So I came up with this idea. It's called Couch Stories, where I know I'm not in a couch right now, I'm in my spinning chair. But Couch Stories is basically the series where I will go through a bunch of these like stories about my life and hopefully entertain you, and maybe I'll get more stories out. I thought, and when I'm like doing gameplays and stuff, I think, oh, that's when I can like tell stories about my life. But apparently, I'm very bad at multitasking. Humans are very bad at multitasking. So that didn't really work out. So, I'm here now. I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story about my life. And I guess you can just visualize this. Well, also this story will work as sort of like just running it in the background and listening to it while you're doing other things. That can work too. You don't really have to watch me rambling on in my chair right over here. So let's see. What is the task? What are we talking about? Right then. So we're gonna be talking about this one time. My family got these orders from Wingstop. Wingstop is absolutely amazing. I love Wingstop. However, okay, so it started out like this. Mommy and Daddy were like, I really want wings. And I was like, oh, well, let's get Domino's and get the wings from there. But they're like, no, we just want wings. I think it's time to show you something. And I'm like, interesting. What is this about? And they bring up this menu, and we're looking at this menu, and it's for this place called the Wingstop. And I'm like, oh wow, this is so cool. And so we're looking through the stuff, and there. One moment. Sorry, my dad needed me. Anyway, so my dad's showing me this menu, and it has a bunch of spice levels on it. He's like explaining that the amount of peppers on it explains how hot it is. And I'm like, oh, well, I don't really deal with spicy food too well. So I'm like, I'll go for one of the more milder things on it. And I eventually come up with this hot wing. I forgot what it's called. It's been a while since we went there, and I'll explain why that is later. And, everybody picks out their things. Daddy gets, like, hotter wings than everybody else. Mama gets, like, the second hottest. And then Bubba gets hotter than me because he wants to, he wants to assert his dominance. Dominance! And so, the entire day, my dad's been giving my brother some crap. And so he's all like, you know what, I'm gonna go with Mama in the car. So that means I am left with, Daddy. And so, I'm left with Daddy, and, we decide we're gonna try playing Farming Simulator. Because we had recently gotten PlayStation Now. Oh wait, that didn't happen. Forget that was actually a different time. I gotta get my story straight. So what actually happened was, I was in the corner of the room and Daddy was like, playing video games, and I was in the corner of the room playing Uno by myself. I tried to make it sound like a better story than it actually was, but I was seriously in the corner playing Uno by myself, just waiting for Mommy and Bubba to come back. And so, so I'm waiting in the corner, and it's like taking a while. So I eventually go like sit up with Daddy, and I'm watching him play the game, and he's smoking a cigarette, and I'm like coughing because secondhand smoke. Don't do drugs, kids. And I'm watching the TV, and Daddy's like playing the game, and I'm like checking my watch, being all like, what time? When are they coming back? And eventually a lot of time passes. However, I didn't realize because I was having a lot of fun with Daddy now, instead of like paying attention to what's going on. And finally, they come through the doors. I help them out. And that's when that's when Mama storms in, because Bubba came in with stuff. Mama comes in, she is mad. She's huffing and puffing, going fee fi fo fum. And she's fuming at us, and she's like screaming at Daddy what just happened. And I'm like, oh God, is this what happens when I come into the room so ecstatic about what happened in my games? Or not really games, because I don't play games too often. About what happened in my anime, and is this what I look like? And she's like fuming, talking about how, and here's what she told us. So they went up to Wingstop, they went through the driveway, because that's where they went, and they're all like, they're waiting for their wings, and so there's this bag there when she first got there, and it's like it's like freshly new. And a few minutes pass by. Mama and Bubba are chatting it up in the car, and they're like, "It's taken a while, isn't it?" So they look again, and they're like, well, and Mama's reassuring Bubba, the wings and fries here are very good. It's worth the wait, and so Bubba's all like, okay. And later, more time passes, and they're like, what's going on? So, Mama asks where their wings are, and the woman there, she has like those fake nails, those fake really long nails. She has like those earrings, fancy earrings, and she has like all that weird makeup on. Those are the kind of people that work there, probably. But that's who she described to us. And she like looks over at the counter looking for their order, and the bag that they saw at the very beginning when they first got there was ours. And she was like, oh, it's this one, and she handed it over, and I don't know what happened next, but I don't know what happened next at that place, because that's where Mama got too angry to even speak. And then she explained how she came home, and now she was like trying to dial up Wingstop and being all like, hey, give us free things because you messed up with us. And so we're eating the things, and luckily apparently at Wingstop she had managed to convince them to give us like fresh wings, fresh wings, but she couldn't get them to give us like fresh fries. So we were eating the wings and they were good. They were so good. And then we ate the fries, and even though they were cold, those were the best fries I've ever had in my life. They were that good. They were better than the McDonald's fries. They were better than the Burger King fries. They were better than Braun's fries. They were the best fries I've ever had, and they were cold. They would have been the best fries in the universe if they were warm. And so, Mommy and Daddy, we've never gone to Wingstop, and a few days later, we actually had this assignment in class where I was to make a Google Slides presentation based on a restaurant I like. And since Wingstop was fresh in memory, I did that, and I asked Daddy later that day after I picked Wingstop that I chose Wingstop for this presentation, and would you like to do research with me? And he's like, how dare you? Because I got him excited. How dare you? Wingstop is awful. And I'm like, the food's good, but the service may not be. Because it turns out that Mama couldn't get us like free things or anything from the people. They're all like, well, you should have asked earlier. Apparently that's what they were saying. But even after so long after what happened there, I still have cravings for it, because Wingstop is the best. They may have lousy service, but their food is the best I've ever tasted in wings and fries. I still crave it now. And I can't convince my parents to go to Wingstop again because it was so bad last time. And so anyway, that's sort of my sad story about Wingstop, and how I really want to go there again. However, I can't because things went badly last time. Bye and have a nice day.